Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan revolutionized basketball, and now Caitlin Clark is grabbing attention with her historic Wilson partnership, stirring mixed responses from WNBA veterans. Within just 40 minutes, thousands of her signature basketballs sold out, showcasing her enormous appeal. As a rookie, Clark is not only tripling crowd sizes, but also breaking 62 records. Some veterans seem resentful, often targeting her during matchups. The Jordan comparison feels valid. He has personally recognized the significant impact Clark is making on women's basketball and the broader sports landscape.
Clark wasn't, no one ever said there weren't ever great players before Caitlin Clark. There was never phenomena, not in my lifetime, with women's basketball. And I went to UConn. So I've seen plenty of great players, but nobody's ever moved the needle in my lifetime like this.
Just as Jordan transformed the NBA in the 80s, Clark is reshaping the WNBA today. Her remarkable achievements are challenging the old guard, pressuring veterans to face a talent unlike any before. The proof is clear. But before we go further, if you're a Caitlin Clark supporter, be sure to subscribe and comment CC 100% below to show your love.
Unveiled Caitlin Clark's signature basketball, making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from.
With Wilson, she becomes the first WNBA athlete to release her own signature basketball. When Michael Jordan launched a product, fans lined up for days. Now Caitlin Clark has done something similar in women's basketball, reaching that rare market-changing status. Her Wilson deal is historic, as no woman since Jordan has had a personal signature ball. It's a major milestone. WNBA veterans are reacting with mixed feelings. Cheryl Swoops, who once questioned Clark's move from college, must now recognize her commercial impact as Clark's name rises in marketing circles once held for icons. Interview 4. The huge impact of this deal became clear when Wilson underestimated demand. Thousands of basketballs sold out in only 40 minutes, even faster than PS5 consoles. This surge proves Clark's cultural influence reaches far beyond basketball, making waves in women's sports marketing. The buzz mirrors Jordan's peak era. Clark is changing the financial game, motivating fans to spend like never before. The market response confirms she's entered the mainstream, reaching a level of fame that many veterans pursued for years without seeing this kind of breakthrough.
She is the first ever female athlete to have her own collection with Wilson, but just a heads up though, the entire collection on the Wilson website is sold out.
This signature line tells the story of Clark's unique game, with each basketball highlighting something special. The threes-up ball celebrates her incredible shooting range, pulling defenders far past the arc. The record breaker honors her dominance across stat sheets. Every design detail is tied to Clark's playing style, giving the line real authenticity, not just a marketing push. The crowd maestro reflects her magnetic energy, how she lights up an arena the second she hits the floor. Fans who once overlooked women's basketball now follow every move. That kind of pull is what sets legends apart from greats.
The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time with the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer Ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at select Hy-Vee.
Market reaction exposes the rising tension within the league. Numerous veterans spent years working to bring women's basketball into the spotlight, yet never achieved this level of commercial success. By contrast, Clark has done it rapidly, accomplishing in months what others couldn't in 10 years. When basketballs outsell top tech devices, it points to something greater. Caitlin Clark is no longer simply an athlete. She's emerging as a cultural icon.
Not mess around with these basketballs. Geometric patterns form the number 22 in triangles, whose 3 sides nod to threes that fuel her scoring, and then the black and yellow is a nod to the colorways of the Iowa.
The Wilson deal shows that Clark is much more than a skilled rookie. She's a transformative figure in women's basketball. Her influence is clear, with sales figures placing her alongside the sport's biggest legends before her first season is even done. This change is reshaping what female athletes can achieve in business. challenging long-standing views about women's basketball and its commercial reach.
It's incredible. Congratulations to her and her family.
Yeah.
Like the crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal. I'm going to go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
Ever? Well, I don't know.
Now, the real question is how the league will adapt to this evolving landscape. While some veterans may feel unsettled by Clark's rapid rise in the marketing space, progressive players view it as an opportunity for growth. Clark is elevating the WNBA's visibility, attracting sponsors and media attention that help the entire league. Her success is creating a new benchmark, possibly reshaping how female athletes are perceived and valued throughout the broader sports industry.
When you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlin Clark. That is
As Clark keeps raising the WNBA's profile, she made a marketing choice that first confused experts but proved to be genius. What better way to connect with Middle America than placing signature basketballs next to the milk and eggs? This daring move is redefining how we think about cultural impact. Instead of luxury fashion or premium energy drinks, Caitlin Clark chose Midwestern grocery stores. It shows she's thinking several moves ahead, playing chess while the rest are still playing checkers in the world of women's basketball marketing.
Pro, Caitlin Clark is the 4th most marketable athlete in the world. Yeah, not just female athlete, not just in the United States, but in the entire world.
Picture this: the soft glow of store lights, checkout beeps nearby, and families pushing carts through crowded aisles. Then right there, Caitlin Clark's signature basketball, boldly placed between the milk and cleaning products. That's no accident. It's a message. While many stars target luxury stores, Clark opted for the everyday spot where real families shop. This choice feels genuine, a nod to the people and places that helped shape her journey.
Very, very cool. Big deal. Good job, Wilson. You know, they probably went and put this together. I mean, maybe Hy-Vee contacted Caitlin Clark first, but you know, this is probably the type of thing Wilson is trying to do.
Think about it. The average American goes to the grocery store 1.6 times a week. That's brand exposure no billboard or ad can beat. Each visit becomes a reminder of Caitlin Clark. Yet some WNBA veterans fail to see the genius of this strategy. Focused only on athletic respect, they miss what Clark grasped early. Being iconic means connecting with everyday people in their daily lives. The Hy-Vee deal does just that, placing Clark's brand in the homes and hearts of Middle America. It's her way of saying, I'm one of you.
Here, they just had this go, and this is the Hy-Vee Instagram account. Again, Wilson, Caitlin Clark, really smart, very cool video, lots of smiling faces.
Look at the stats. When Caitlin Clark plays, viewership soars. WNBA games featuring her draw an average of 1.18 million viewers, triple the league average. She's attracting brand new fans. Even dads who never cared before now ask, when do the Fever play? Her impact goes beyond the court. She's one of the few rookies in history, alongside Michael Jordan, to post playoff stats this impressive. Over 18 points, 8.5 assists, 5 rebounds, a block, and 2 steals per game. This isn't just about basketballs. Clark is lifting the entire sport like Jordan once did, becoming a cultural icon who happens to play basketball.
And I've said it a million times, it's not breaking news, it's not brand new, but I really do believe Caitlin Clark is the next face of basketball. You know, they've been searching for that in the NBA. Who's the next face of the NBA? It's been LeBron and Steph carrying the torch. I think the next face of basketball, period, is Caitlin Clark.
While Clark connects with everyday Americans in grocery stores, the division she's unintentionally sparked within the WNBA is anything but typical. The huge gap between her $76,500 league salary and an estimated $11 million in endorsements isn't just a number. It's fueling a rivalry that risks overshadowing the sport. This financial divide has pushed veteran players to respond with unusually physical defense, as if sending a message beyond just competing. Have you noticed how some veterans guard her differently? It's not your imagination. The extra contact and intense double teams feel personal. After all, Players who spent years building the league now watch a rookie take the spotlight they've long pursued. And honestly, can you blame them?
I knew Caitlin Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. Two of them being Messi and Ronaldo.
The tension on the court is clear, and it's not just the fans noticing. Even basketball legend Charles Barkley spoke out, saying they couldn't have mishandled the Caitlin Clark situation any worse if they tried. His blunt criticism of the league's approach highlights a deeper issue. The WNBA wasn't ready for a player who could instantly reshape the financial landscape of women's basketball.
Yeah, of some players being jealous, yes, that probably exists. Okay. To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the pro?
What makes this even more interesting is that Clark isn't fighting with veterans or asking for special favors. Instead, she's leveraging her influence to lift the league as a whole. She helped secure charter flights for every team, improved travel conditions, and played a key role in landing a $200 million media deal that put women's basketball on primetime TV. These improvements don't just help Clark. They raise the experience for all players, even those who have treated her coldly.
So long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court. Instead of playing the game, they gotta be drama because they're jealous. Instead of letting their skills speak for themselves, they gotta be.
Clark's rise has become a reflection of the major challenges the WNBA must face. Outdated marketing, limited mainstream exposure, and a pay structure that overlooks the players pushing the league ahead. When a rookie makes 144 times more off the court than on it, something is clearly flawed. The salary system wasn't built for someone who can sell out thousands of basketballs in 40 minutes or triple attendance just by playing.
The stuff toward her is petty and jealous. And the thing I love about her, she never says a word.
What's truly impressive is how this 22-year-old manages media attention and veteran tension with poise. While social media buzzes with cryptic posts and analysts break down the drama, Clark keeps excelling under pressure. Now, she's earned an endorsement that may quiet even her toughest critics, Michael Jordan. When the GOAT speaks, the basketball world listens. He didn't just praise her. He fully endorsed her, saying the WNBA owes her credit for all she's accomplished. Coming from the man who changed athlete branding forever, this isn't just praise. It's a landmark moment. It proves Clark's influence is real and transformative. The real question isn't if she deserves the spotlight. It's whether the WNBA will accept her impact or hold on to the past.
A lot of people weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the gain on this young white sister of ours. She can ball. And oh, by the way, she was a great ambassador for the game. And by the way, she came in there and looked out for everybody else. For 22 years, they couldn't get chartered flights. That sister got there, and it was done in 2 weeks.
Caitlin Clark is stepping into a new era where the pressure is higher and every move is under scrutiny. But few athletes are as prepared as she is for this challenge. Her resilience, skill, and composure shine in this fast-changing landscape. As the game evolves around her, she keeps proving she belongs at the center. This isn't just a moment. It's a movement raising the standard for women's basketball. With unmatched drive and talent, Clark is rewriting the story and inspiring the next generation. The future looks brighter than ever, and Caitlin Clark is leading the charge. If you're a fan, drop a CC in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more. Check out the next video now playing on screen.